For decades, Burkina Faso, one of Africa's poorest yet most resource-rich nations, has sat atop a fortune in gold. Beneath its arid soil lies an abundance of mineral wealth, yet its people have remained shackled by poverty, foreign influence, and political instability. At the center of this paradox lies a complex and increasingly strained relationship with former colonial power France, particularly in the lucrative gold mining sector. The Golden Promise and Colonial Legacy. Gold accounts for over 70% of Burkina Faso's export earnings, making it the backbone of the nation's economy. Yet for years, French-owned and other Western companies have reaped the majority of the profits. Critics argue that the contracts signed in the past, often under French advisement or pressure, were exploitative, leaving Burkina Faso with minimal royalties and little control over its own resources. These deals allowed multinational corporations to extract gold at low cost, while Burkina Faso received just a small percentage in taxes and licensing fees. Meanwhile, local communities near mining sites suffered from environmental degradation, displacement, and poor labor conditions. The turning point, a new era of nationalism. Since the military coup in 2022, led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso has taken a dramatic shift in its foreign policy. The new leadership, echoing similar moves in neighboring Mali and Niger, has begun severing traditional ties with France, including withdrawing from military agreements and questioning economic dependencies. Gold mining quickly became a focal point of this push for sovereignty. The government accused French-aligned corporations of exploiting Burkina Faso's natural resources while providing little benefit to the population. In early 2024, the Traoré-led transitional government began reviewing and renegotiating mining contracts, particularly those held by French and Canadian firms. France's diminishing role. As anti-French sentiment grew across the Sahel, France's influence in Burkina Faso significantly weakened. In the past, France maintained a strong presence through military operations like Operation Barkhane, supposedly aimed at fighting jihadist insurgencies. But many Burkinabe view the presence as a form of neo-colonial control, especially since the violence only seemed to escalate. By 2024, French troops were completely expelled from Burkina Faso. Shortly after, the government targeted French mining interests. Some contracts were suspended or cancelled altogether, and others were handed over to state-run mining entities or new partners from countries like Russia, Turkey, and China, nations willing to operate without the colonial baggage. A push for resource control. In early 2025, the government announced a new mining sovereignty initiative, aiming to increase national ownership in gold projects. Under this plan, all foreign companies must partner with Burkinabe entities, and the government now demands higher royalties, local job creation, and environmental accountability. The government also began investing in small-scale artisanal mining, which employs hundreds of thousands of Burkinabe. These miners had long operated in legal gray zones but are now being integrated into the formal economy, with promises of better safety, fair prices, and community development. A risky but bold gamble. Burkina Faso's bold move to reclaim control over its gold has been met with both praise and caution. Supporters see it as a long-overdue step toward economic justice and true independence, while critics warn of investment flight, lack of expertise, and the risk of corruption in newly state-run ventures. Still, Captain Traoré remains defiant. Burkina Faso will no longer be a pawn, he declared in a 2025 speech. We will own our land, our gold,